let's go back to the spoiled children on college campus.
Some students have told me that they think the American flag is a symbol of oppression, genocide, and racism. Would you agree with that?
Yes, wholeheartedly.
I guess I don't look at it positively. Like, I do look at it negatively. 'Cause, again, I don't agree what this country is founded on completely.
I've definitely seen the American flag used as a racist symbol.
A lot of what this country is founded on and stands on is a lot of injustice, again, a lot of genocide.
Well, we've also taken a bit of land from Native Americans. That's unfortunate too. And it's just really terrible that we've done all these things. And this flag kind of reminds me of that, of all the sins we've committed against others.
It's just a flag, so I don't have tons of, thoughts.
I don't entirely, love this place as much as some people do.
Let's go to another country. Let's go to Cuba. Let's see what it's like to get gas in Cuba.
Day 2, trying to get gas. We're in the biggest city in the country. We're in the most modern city in the country. And this is the beginning of the line to get gas. Here we go. You'll notice people are sitting in their cars. These aren't parked cars. These are people that are sitting and waiting. It is probably 100 degrees outside. You have multiple people that are pushing their cars. Look, these people are pushing their vehicles because their vehicles are out of gas. This is a functioning line. These are not parked cars. These are human beings inside of their vehicles. They're pushing the cars. They're eating lunch. Here we go. Up there, see that? That's the gas station.
Let's see what it's like to buy groceries in Cuba. Remember, in a socialist country, which is what all the liberals want, the government controls everything. Watch what happens when the guards open up the grocery store.
All of a sudden, the guards come to the gate and they open the gate. And that's when, I've never seen this before, but everyone swarms. People started running, even people that weren't in line, that were just like in the area, just start sprinting in there because this is their only chance to get their essentials and the necessities to feed their families.
So I really hope that you like Conchita mango marmalade because we have a whole aisle of it. Here in Cuba, you can get an individually wrapped hamburger, and that's as fresh as the meat actually gets. But my God, can you get a lot of the exact same brand of garbanzo beans. There was literally no fresh fruit, no fresh meat, no fresh vegetables, nothing. There was one brand of the things they did have, and the things they didn't have, well, screw you. So, that is life inside of Socialist Pan Americana here in Cuba. Socialism sucks.
Now let's hear from those who fled Cuba.
You can't have your own business. It's illegal. If you're caught with your own business, they'll come and shut it down. Why? Because they want part of the money. They don't have medicine. They don't have food. We have to constantly send, medicine to our families. It scares me when you have people on the left here saying how perfect it is. How you have the Bernie Sanders and the AOCs trying to implement those stupid laws like they have in those countries. That's why we're here. You don't see Americans going to Cuba on a raft. You don't see that. You see the other way around. You do not want this. I can't even believe that we're in a situation where we're so close to communism in this country. It's sad.
By the way, what flag do the Cubans march with? When Cubans in America are protesting in solidarity with those Cubans in Cuba, they carry the American flag. It is the American flag that you see next to the Cuban flag. If you hate this country, just leave. Nobody wants you here. Go to Cuba.
There's no coffins for dead bodies. If you have a dead family member, they get pronounced dead. They get wrapped in a bed sheet. You get delivered the dead body, and you have to take it home with you. What you do with the body, they don't care. You have to figure it out. If you don't have a car, they don't provide transportation, and you have to take the dead body home walking. There's no drinking water. Food costs $200 US. A pound of rice costs $200 US. If you don't have family here in the United States to give you money, you have to figure it out. You have to figure it out. Because the only way you can get money in Cuba is if you get it sent to you by here. They shut off their light and water at 7. As soon as the sun goes down, your electricity gets shut. There's no medication, there's no Advil, there's no antibiotics, there's no butterfly needles, there's no IVs, there's nothing. And now is when people are hearing the screams out of Cuba.
Do you know who this man is? His name is Daniel Lorente. He's from Cuba, and he's been arrested more than 20 times, all for waving the American flag in support of freedom. At one point, the Cuban government put him in jail for 9 years. Here he is running across the May Day parade with our flag. He was caught, he was beaten, and sentenced to jail again. This time they sent him to a psychiatric ward for a year. As part of his release, his condition was never to wave or hold the American flag. And although he was barred from displaying the American flag, what do you think he did when he got out? He had our flag tattooed on his wrist. But what do we have here? We have a bunch of spoiled, ungrateful children who despise our country and desecrate our flag.
The United States of America is irredeemable and is guilty of war crimes and crimes against humanity.
Yeah, this is great. Wanna stop? Just stop. Yeah. Yeah.
You know the Cuban people risk going to prison for waving the American flag, and yet they do it anyway.
I felt like if I had the American flag and was associated with the American identity, I was associated with like a lot of bigotry and like a lot of racism and sexism and not stuff that I like really would like to think about the American flag symbolizing. So
It's a symbol of hurt.
Shame, honestly.
Do you think it represents freedom?
No, I don't. I think like we once were free, but with now like there's like just new laws and like new things coming about that I don't know if that's true anymore.
What type of laws?
I don't know, just
Any kind of looking up to America as it is today like has to incorporate the fact that like we are a nation built on slavery.
Let's listen to more people who fled Cuba.
What we're seeing in America among young people is this shift where they're looking at communism favorably, they're looking at socialism favorably, and they're kind of turning their back on America, saying that, you know, this country isn't all that great.
To all those people, all I want to tell them, fly to Cuba, stay there. If you want to feel what communism, socialism, what is it? Because it's too easy to say it here. You think it's easy, you think everything's free, you think it's good, but it's really not. I'm from Cuba. I came when I was 12. And I know the difference between Cuba and United States. I love it here.
What's your message to these college students?
Listen to us, guys. Communism sounds beautiful in theory, but it can never be taken to practice. Understand that. Communism kills. They take everything. They teach you, they tell you what to think, what to feel. They even control what music you listen to. Right now in Cuba, after 62 years of communism, kids are getting shot in the streets just for chanting freedom.
Why do you think these people are waving the American flags overseas?
That's a good question.